Now, at 6, 2 Caltrans employees dead after a murder-suicide in Rio Del. Tonight, the odd circumstances into their death. And Highway 101 scheduled to reopen. This after a slide shut the highway down for over a week. We have an update. Plus, a man on the Eureka Police Department's radar now in custody. We'll show you where Anthony Burgess was found. North Coast News at 6 starts now.
Live from our studio in downtown Eureka, you're watching North Coast News on Kaef ABC 23. At 6, get the facts right.
You think you're safe, you know, and you never really know.
Neighbors reliving some frightening moments in Rio Del. This after 2 Caltrans employees are dead after a murder-suicide at a Rio Del Caltrans facility. The CHP says it happened around 7 o'clock this morning on Iloa Avenue in Rio Del. Good evening, I'm Nazy Javid.
And I'm Scott Rates. I was there. I spoke with a neighbor who heard the whole thing. Take a listen to this. An eerie early morning crime scene. Police tape could be seen surrounding this Caltrans maintenance facility in Rio Del. For the people who live nearby, this is very concerning.
I can't believe it. I mean, it's, you know, Caltrans, laid back area.
This man did not want us to use his name, but says it all started over a fight Monday morning.
I heard a lot of argument, just really loud, really loud. I was like, okay, and then, you know, getting in some kind of fight. Went back inside, and a couple minutes later, heard about 4 or 5 shots. We came outside and, you know, sirens were going.
Officers focusing their investigation around this SUV. You can see the crime scene unit taking pictures. This next to the shell casing marker on the ground. The CHP says 2 Caltrans employees died in an apparent murder-suicide. The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office tells us that the shooter, 57-year-old Terry Hayes, shot 61-year-old Annette Brooks several times before turning the gun on himself. Officers say that she died at the scene. Hayes was taken to the hospital, dying a short time later. Investigators saying that the argument appeared to be over a work-related issue and that Brooks was Hayes' supervisor. Caltrans releasing a statement about the shooting saying, quote, "News of this tragedy shocks and saddens everyone at Caltrans. Our thoughts are naturally with the families. The exact details are under investigation, and Caltrans is cooperating with law enforcement." End of quote. Surveillance cameras could be seen at the Caltrans maintenance yard. Still, no word if they show the shooting. Now, this man says all of this hits way too close to home.
You think you're safe, you know, and you never really know. Happened right next door.
Governor Jerry Brown also responding to the death of Annette Brooks, saying, quote, "The tragic death of this dedicated public servant is a shock to the entire Caltrans family. Ann and I send our deepest sympathies to Annette's family, friends, and her colleagues during this difficult time," end quote.
Brooks is the 187th Caltrans employee to lose her life on the job. In honor of Brooks, Governor Brown has ordered all flags at the state capitol to be flown at half staff.
Happening right now, an update on the slide that has blocked Highway 101 for over a week.
That's right. Caltrans telling us tonight that their crews are still on track to get this thing reopened, hopefully to one-way traffic control any minute right now. Caltrans saying that last night and today's rains were not helpful, but didn't cause as much damage as what happened last week when a slide more than doubled it in size. Tonight, crews have been working to install a catchment fence at the bottom of that slide.
Caltrans, though, going all out to get the highway open, even airlifting a spider excavator above the slide to work and remove debris from that area. Crews say spider excavators tackle difficult jobs specializing in steep terrain. Because this closure has had serious effects on locals, we're following any and all updates from Caltrans, and we'll have the newest details here and online. New at 6, talk about a bad day. A man was driving his truck in Eureka today when he slammed right into that AT&T communications pole. Police say it happened around 3 this afternoon at the corner of Harris and E Streets, right in front of the FedEx store. PG&E says they have power lines near the pole, so they de-energized 3 customers in the area while AT&T crews worked on repairing the down data lines. How well? Take a listen.
He was driving eastbound on Harris Street when he realized that he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. So while trying to put his seatbelt on, he veered left and hit the telephone pole.
He drifted right across, you know, how you will do when you're distracted.
EPD reminding us that it is still distracted driving month, so the driver may get a ticket in the mail. Police say he was not tested for drugs and alcohol because DUI is not a factor in the crash. In McKinleyville, an early morning robbery. Now deputies are looking for the suspect.
They say that they got called out to the McKinleyville Freeway 76 station responding to the report of a robbery. It was around 1:40 in the morning on Saturday.
Deputies say the clerk told them a white man walked in, short, bare mace next to the clerk, and demanded money. Taking off east on Murray Road on a bike he stole from a customer who was inside the store at the time. Deputies say he's described as having blue eyes, light-colored eyebrows, and was wearing a blue or black hoodie. If you know anything, call the sheriff's office.
New tonight, a man convicted by a jury for threatening to kill a woman and then assaulting her.
Yeah, according to Humboldt County District Attorney, 52-year-old Scott Dean was convicted by a jury today for assault and battery and felony charge for making criminal threats.
The charges stem from September 9th of last year in Arcata when the DA says a woman, Thelma Howard, was walking her dog in Redwood Park. The DA says that Scott Dean yelled at Howard and threatened to kill her. A witness says that Dean assaulted Howard, kicking her in the back while she was on the ground. Sentencing is scheduled for May 24th.
New at 6 tonight, a man known to police as the "Don't Do It Bro" guy has been arrested. Officers with EPD say Anthony Manuel Burgess ran from them last Wednesday as they were trying to serve a felony warrant on him for violating the terms of his probation after being released from prison. EPD confirmed that a customer at the Eureka Walmart recognized Burgess and called them. Officers tell us he was arrested around 10:15 last night in the Walmart parking lot.
Now, we also wanted to know Burgess from a story that we did over 2 years ago. He's no stranger. Take a listen to this.
Hey, bud, it's not worth it, bro.
Yeah, you heard him right there. It's not worth it, bro. That's how he got his name. This was a story we ran back in January of 2015. You can see the EPD releasing this dash cam video of the chase. And in it, you see Burgess on a bicycle there, not stopping, despite officers warning him that they have a canine unit. Eventually, right there, you see Burgess get hit on 7th Street by a car. Officers say that when they finally caught up to him, he was carrying a handgun and a stun gun. He was wearing a wig. He was arrested for similar reasons as to why he is being sought out now. They include running from officers while out on bail.
Don't do it, bro. New tonight in Del Norte County, deputies say a man wanted for sexual offenses has turned himself in. Deputies say 24-year-old Hunter Roy McWilliams is in jail after turning himself in on Saturday. He was wanted for multiple sexual offenses. Now, we checked. There was a $400,000 warrant for McWilliams' arrest.
And multiple arrests made in Humboldt County, as well as some cash and drugs seized. Deputies say that they served a warrant of 2 homes on the 1800 block of Allard Avenue. That's in Eureka. This was around 6 o'clock in the evening Saturday.
Deputies say they found these 2 people in one of the homes, along with 2 kids ages 5 and 3. Deputies say this 22-year-old Selena Robles and 28-year-old Jonathan Garcia. During the search, deputies tell us they found an ounce of heroin, digital scales, packaging materials, and around $22,000 cash. Deputies say Robles and Garcia were arrested for possession of a narcotic for sale, as well as child endangerment.
Okay, new tonight at 6, Humboldt Bay Fire says that a structure fire in Eureka is now confirmed as arson.
Scott, the owner, told fire crews he heard a whoosh sound followed by multiple explosions. Humboldt Bay fire crews say they were called out to the 3100 block of 18th Street in Myrtletown. This was around 6:20 in the morning on Saturday. Crews tell us when they got on scene, they got the report that possibly 2 people were trapped in the burning house, later finding out everyone escaped unharmed. Crews say the fire was confined to 2 rooms inside the home, with damage estimated at $20,000. Because this incident is being investigated as arson, if you know anything, you should call the sheriff's office.
Also on Saturday, another fire, this one happening on the Split Road area of Table Bluff, that's in Lolita. Cal Fire says it started a little before 1:30 in the afternoon, but it was contained by 5 in the evening. Crews say almost 60 acres of driftwood and grass were burned. You can see the pictures right there, smoke rising up from the scene. The cause of that fire still remains under investigation tonight.
Coming up on North Coast News.
A 5-year-old boy in California still missing. The boy's father now in police custody. In just minutes, we'll tell you what police are saying about it.
And the former Tennessee teacher found with his student in Siskiyou County in federal court today. We'll tell you the charges he's facing coming up.
Plus, the rain has died down a little bit, but we have been seeing a lot of the wet stuff. It was really hard earlier, and that wet weather expected for the next few days. So when are we going to see some sun?
When?
When?
I don't know when.
Well, you know who knows? First Alert meteorologist Rob Elvington. He has weather starts in less than 2 minutes.
And don't forget, you can get the coverage of the North Coast right in the palm of your hand with the North Coast News TV app. Get daily alerts on what's happening in your community and daily and extended forecasts, live radar, severe weather alerts, and more. Download the app for free on any device. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're watching North Coast News on KAEF ABC 23. Weekdays on ABC 23.
I am the Easter Bunny. It's time for me to spring into action for the spring clearance event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Eureka. No need to hunt for the best deal. They're all right here. Our Easter treat to you is big savings. Hop into this new 2017 Ram 1500 SLT Bighorn, now only $41,999. Or bounce into a new 2017 Ram 2500 Tradesman Diesel, just $41,999. Just a hop and a skip away. Get to Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Eureka today during the spring clearance event.
Ladies' menu changes every week. It's based on local, seasonal, and organic ingredients. So every Tuesday, we print a new menu. My best option for menu printing has become post-haste. I can email my menus to them. They treat me like a neighbor rather than just a customer.
With Notary Public, mailbox rentals, live scan fingerprinting, and professional packing, we're here to make your business life easier. Don't waste your time at the post office. Send it post-haste. Your one-stop local shipping solution.
Murphy's Law says trying new things can be difficult. Papa Murphy's Law says when everything is scratch-made, fresh-grated, and just chopped, trying new things can be delicious. Murphy's Law of nice try. Papa Murphy's Law of nice dinner. Tonight, home bake a large taco grande, topped with unique taco ingredients like salsa, refried beans, and seasoned beef or chicken. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
Family owned and operated for 5 generations, Nelson Company offers everything you need this spring for your land and livestock, including spring chickens, organic fertilizer, and our very own custom mixed grass seed to help make your lawn looking beautiful this spring. Visit one of our locations today in Eureka, Redway, Ferndale, or Arcata.
I'm Nathan Nilsson. From our family to yours, celebrating 120 years of quality, service, and value from barnyard to backyard.
Welcome back. Good evening. And we are still tracking some lingering showers this evening, but I do expect some drier weather as we head through later tonight and into your Tuesday morning and into the afternoon hours, though a chance for showers will remain. We are expecting drier conditions for your Tuesday, but the return of widespread rain will arrive by late Tuesday night and into Wednesday. But again, you can see some lingering showers. A lot of this activity mainly in the higher elevations. Some of that moist air interacts with some of the higher elevations, but even a few scattered showers for the lower elevations, including the coast. You can see some of these showers moving through Del Norte County at this time. So let me walk you through precision cast. This is 6:30 this evening, showing the showers pretty well on the future radar. This is 11 o'clock tonight, still tracking those scattered showers moving in from out of the west and northwest. But watch as we head through tonight and into your Tuesday morning. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll notice mostly dry conditions throughout the north coast. There are some showers on precision cast offshore, but you'll notice all the way into the late morning hours and into the afternoon. This is 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Just a few hit or miss showers, mainly in the higher elevations, a little bit of activity offshore. And then finally, as we head through the late afternoon hours and into the evening, this is 10 o'clock tomorrow night, starting to see a little bit more activity moving back into the north coast, even some showers for places like Eureka and Fortuna. But looks like best chances the further north you head in the north coast tomorrow. Then as we head into Wednesday morning, this is 8 o'clock. This is when we're going to see some widespread moderate rainfall setting up for the north coast, even some heavier rainfall as you head further off to the north and into the higher elevations. And this will continue through the morning hours and into the afternoon. But you'll notice from about 12:30 on Wednesday, right around lunchtime, we're going to slowly start to see this activity decreasing as we head through the rest of the afternoon on Wednesday and into your Wednesday evening. And then by Thursday, we're tracking mostly dry conditions throughout the north coast as a big ridge of high pressure builds in. So that's going to bring some big changes to the north coast for the second half of this week. This is our in-house forecast model precipitation totals. This goes through 10 o'clock on Wednesday, where you see this blue contour right here that indicates between a ½ inch to 1½ inches of precipitation. You'll notice the big winner on our forecast model the further north you head over the next couple of days. And Again, a lot of this rain that you're seeing right here, that's going to be through the day on Wednesday. Not expecting that much rain through the early evening hours tomorrow. Your marine forecast for tomorrow, south winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves out of the west at 5 feet at a period of 10 seconds. The small craft advisory is actually through about 11 o'clock tonight, but it's possible that we could see another one issued. Sustained winds, this is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Pretty light winds to start off the day. You'll notice most of the winds staying offshore, but as we enter the afternoon hours, we'll see the winds shift a little bit from out of the southwest, even some of these winds making their way throughout the north coast, but the strongest winds along the immediate coast and offshore tomorrow. Forecast for tomorrow could see some 60s throughout the north coast, even some sunshine will break through the cloud cover at times. Highs, again, anywhere from the upper 50s to the mid 60s tomorrow. Definitely expect to see a few spots make it up into the 60s. 58 for a high tomorrow in Eureka, right around 54 degrees in Crescent City. Your 7-day forecast for the coast. Again, best chances of seeing rain after today will come on Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning into the afternoon hours, expecting widespread rain. And then we're going to start to dry things out Thursday, and take a look at that. Tracking sunny skies for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is the weekend that we have been waiting for the North Coast, so please get out and enjoy it. And then for the inland forecast, we are tracking highs near 60 tomorrow. A little bit cooler on Wednesday with that widespread rain moving back in. But look at the warming trend as we head through this upcoming weekend, expecting highs in the mid-70s. Some of the warm spots could be approaching 80 by Sunday of this weekend. Stay with us, more news coming up.
Spring is finally here. Time to find the perfect Honda to take your family out on the open road. Whether that's in the Accord or the Odyssey, with an available built-in Honda vac. So hurry in to the Honda Dream Garage sales event. These deals end soon, so visit your local Honda dealer today.
Time to switch to a new plan from U.S. Cellular with no hidden fees. Let's show your old carrier what you think of their plan with hidden fees. Data overages gone.
I've had enough.
Everyone's had enough. Monthly connection charges gone.
That's on my bill?
Activation fees gone. Doesn't that feel better? Yeah! New plans with no hidden fees, including unlimited data for $40 a month.
Who's the rebel now?
No way.
Yes way. Savor an Egg McMuffin anytime you like. A fresh cracked egg, melted cheese, Canadian bacon, and an English muffin with real butter. McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
Yeah!
It's time to start breaking some rules.
This portion of the news sponsored by Northwood Chevrolet and Hyundai. Live from our studio in downtown Eureka, you're watching North Coast News on KAEF ABC 23. At 6, get the facts right.
Okay, some breaking news just coming into our newsroom within the last 20 minutes. We do now have it confirmed that Highway 101 has reopened 6 miles north of Leggett to one-way traffic control. This is according to Caltrans and their Facebook site. We just checked, and we can tell you that traffic is moving. It is moving slowly in that area, but the good news, it has been reopened. Of course, the highway has been closed there for over a week due to that major slide, and they're asking drivers out there now to watch for flaggers and be prepared for brief delays. Good news, though, 101 near Leggett, open. All right, a former Tennessee teacher accused of kidnapping his student appeared in an arraignment hearing today in federal court.
Authorities captured 50-year-old Tad Cummins in a remote cabin in Siskiyou County last week after a weeks-long nationwide search. His former student, 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas, was with him and rescued.
In court today, Cummings wore an orange prison jumpsuit. He was shackled. Well, that's not him. That's Nazy right there. Maybe we can go back to the video. Thank you. He was shackled. He listened intently to the judge, who approved a request to transfer Cummings back to Tennessee. His public defender said that Cummings looks forward to going to Tennessee as soon as possible to fight the charges against him. Cummings faces both federal and state felony charges of kidnapping and sexual conduct. He faces at least 10 years in prison.
Happening right now, a standoff in Southern California. Officials say an armed suspect barricaded himself in a residential building today. Police first went there after receiving reports of gunfire. Now, they say the suspect was first on the roof, but then he later went back into the building. Officers are trying to keep an eye on him using internal security cameras. Police have deployed armored vehicles and officers in tactical gear.
Okay, also in Los Angeles, police are calling it a tragic accident. A 2-year-old child was killed in the driveway of his home in a South Los Angeles area yesterday. This after being hit by a vehicle. Police say the driver is believed to be the child's uncle. He remained at the scene. This is the investigation into how this happened continues this evening.
Tonight, a 5-year-old Southern California boy remains missing more than a week after he disappeared.
That's right, and as the search continues, the boy's father is in police custody for child endangerment. Jasmine Veal reports.
The search is expanding for 5-year-old Aramaz Andrezian Jr. Over the last 2 days, police have scoured the South Pasadena park where the boy's father, Aramaz Andrezian Sr., was found alone and unconscious Saturday morning near his car. Today, just police tape left behind with no trace of the child.
It's kind of sad to hear about someone going missing in here, and yeah, it's a little close to home.
Detectives have searched Andrezian's South Pasadena home. More searches will continue today in LA County and possibly up to Ventura County.
And there was 5 cop cars lined up right here on the street, and deputies were all over the place.
Neighbors here told me Andrezian moved in a little before Christmas. His son would often come stay with him and visit. They never noticed anything unusual, neighbors told me. It was a typical father-son relationship. The boy's parents are divorcing, and police say dad was supposed to drop off his son Saturday with his ex-wife, but instead was found at the park. She last Skyped with her son Tuesday. Now the father is under arrest for child endangerment, and detectives say his story just hasn't added up.
That his story was all over the place.
The Sheriff's Department confirms Andrezian Sr. was at Disneyland Thursday celebrating his early birthday with the boy. His car was spotted in Orange County early Friday morning, but that's where the trail runs cold.
That was Jasmine Veal reporting. Los Angeles County Sheriff's officials say Andrezian has given confusing and contradictory statements to investigators. Today, his bail was set at $10 million.
Okay, still ahead on North Coast News.
We're learning more information about the stabbing death of an HSU student. We talked to the woman who claims to be the suspect's sister-in-law next.
You're watching North Coast News on KAEF ABC 23.
Hey everybody, it's Don Hackett again for Humboldt County's Northwood Auto Plaza, located at 7th and D Streets, right here in Eureka. At Northwood Auto Plaza, we're fast, we're friendly, and we're fun. And above all, we love to tell people yes. From selecting the vehicle to working out your deal, you'll find everything is very easy here at Northwood. For Chevrolet, Hyundai, or a great selection of used cars, let's make the next yes yours.
Being a family means devotion and togetherness, taking time and caring about each other. Togetherness is especially important during times of sorrow from losing a loved one. Ayers Cremation understands this and does affordable cremations and burials according to your wishes. The local professionals at Ayers truly listen to you and answer all of your questions. Trust Ayers' decades of experience on Jacobs Avenue in Eureka and on the web at ayerscremation.com.
We asked people to just go about their day to try a new feature from Match. So Sarah, what did you do today?
I grabbed a coffee.
Yes, you have to do that.
And then I checked out a new art exhibit.
So now you have the Match app up. Open up the Missed Connections tab for me.
Okay.
It shows you people you cross paths with in real life.
Ooh, I crossed paths with Josh near Pine Street. Maybe he was at the gallery?
Maybe he loves art. Imagine what else you have in common.
He's cute. I'd like to find out.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Match. Better ways to make a real connection. Start for free today. 18+.
This portion of the news sponsored in part by Sherry Heights Casino.
Next time I saw him, there was an altercation between some white women and a white boy that were accusing Josiah based off the color of his skin.
And it's basically all of them against a white boy, as they put it. Like, he's just some white boy that went up to them and started targeting, you know, this group of black people. That's not Kyle.
Two separate accounts on what happened that night about the man accused of murdering a 19-year-old HSU student.
The suspect, Kyle Zollner, remains in custody. He's the 23-year-old charged with murdering David Josiah Lawson at a party in Arcata early Saturday morning on April 15th. Now, we've heard Lawson's family and friends. Now, people who say they know Kyle Zollner are coming forward. A somber mood during a vigil on Thursday at HSU. Friends and family of David Josiah Lawson at a loss. Investigators say the 19-year-old died after being stabbed to death at an off-campus party in Arcata Saturday.
Josiah was the president of Brothers United because he was truly the best one of us all.
23-year-old Kyle Zollner pleaded not guilty to murder Wednesday. His mugshot showing him with scrapes and bruises, with one black eye swollen shut. Angelina Torres says she not only knows Kyle, but considers him family.
He's my brother-in-law.
And she says there's a different side to Kyle.
He's not a monster. He's sweet, he's kind.
But we spoke to a member of Brothers United, a friend of Josiah's. He was there at the party when the attack happened. He has a much different take. Was this a racially motivated crime?
Yes, it was. This individual, Kyle Zollner, was actually accused just a week prior of hitting another person of color over the head with a bottle.
Elijah telling North Coast News he wants police to call it what he says it is, a hate crime.
It's turned into a race thing, and that's not it. Kyle's not racist.
What did it?
I know that the detectives are going to find out what happened. It's just not racially motivated.
Angelina says her sister was at that party and saw the whole thing. She has a different theory of the events of that terribly tragic night.
I believe that it was someone else. You know, I don't know Josiah or any of his friends, but I know for a fact it was not Kyle. Absolutely not. We should be coming together as a community because there's two lives, and we want justice for Kyle and Josiah.
Now, Torres does tell us that she believes that Zollner did not do this, but she would not say who she does believe committed this act. Torres also telling us that Zollner wasn't even at that party. He was only there, she says, to pick up his girlfriend.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're watching North Coast News on KAEF ABC 23.
Hi, I'm John, the executive casino host here at the Heights. What the guests tell us is that they like the environment, hospitality at Sherry Heights, the friendly atmosphere, the employees, that family bond that we have with these people. When people come to Sherry Heights, they're not customers, they're guests. They're part of our family. It's just a fun place. It's a fun place to be.
Welcome to entertainment. Welcome to fun. Welcome to winning at Sherry Heights Casino.
How's it going? Sure we shouldn't call a plumber?
No, I think I got it figured out this time.
What was wrong?
Well, the double 90-degree bend that I installed was a bad idea, so I'm installing a baffle T to replace it.
Wow, nice work.
Hey, is she gone yet? I can't feel my legs.
Oh, she's still there. You're doing great.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Roundtable brings Italian flavor to the new Magnifico Ultimate and Wombo Combo pizzas with primo pepperoni, pancetta, and capicola. Each just $19.99 for a large, and the originals are each $19.99 too. Order for delivery, and you'll say
Magnifico.
Roundtable, the last honest pizza.
Accuracy. It's a standard we set for ourselves every day here at North Coast News.
We know your trust needs to be earned, and that's why being accurate and clear is so important to us.
We get it right for you so that you can depend on us.
North Coast News, get the facts right.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Coast Central Credit Union.
Okay, if Scott and I were judges at a gymnastics contest, we would give this next competitor some pretty high scores. Here's video of Meng Meng doing somersaults in her enclosure at a panda breeding center in Chengdu, China. Researchers captured it all on camera last week, but Meng Meng's flips are a bit outside the ordinary. Pandas usually spend their days doing two things, eating and sleeping.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah, right.
Apparently, though, Meng Meng didn't get the memo.
Flipping all around like that. What's going on? That's cute. All right, for all your news and weather updates, check out our news app. ABC World News is next.
And don't miss Kelly Salmon, Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger on Daybreak. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good night, everybody.